bats got the better of ball on the second day of the LV County Championship match between Surrey and Yorkshire at the Kia Oval, where Gary Ballance, Rory Burns and Dominic Sibley all had one of their better days. The morning was all about Ballance, the New England man, who began the second morning with 72 runs already under his belt and needing only 28 more to celebrate his Ashes call-up with his fourth Championship 100 of the season, something only achieved in the First Division by Michael Lum on the previous day. It has been some week for the 23-year-old Zimbabwean, and he proved in this innings that Jeff Miller et al. Had made a very sound decision in taking Ballance to Australia for the winter. He and Adil Rashid took the total from the overnight 316 for 6 to 368 in the first hour of the second morning, with 4 more batting bonus points secured for Yorkshire. Rashid had made 43 of a 7th wicket stand of 72 with Ballance when he was leg before to Tom Jewell, for whom that was his 3rd wicket of the innings. In the next over, Ballance was dropped on 94 off Zafar Ansari, the one moment of fortune for the batsman in what was yet another sublime knock. His 4th 4-day ton of the summer was confirmed when he got enough on a very wide ball from Jewell, which he sent to the boundary for his 14th 4 from the 194 balls he'd faced in this innings. It has been a wonderful summer for Ballance, an unforgettable one in fact, and he looks ready to now take on the Aussies. With that done, he now went after the bowling, twice hitting Jewell for 4s as he added 34 runs for the 8th wicket with Ryan Sidebottom to take the total beyond 400, but well after the bonus point scoring overs had ended. Sidebottom's contribution to that partnership was 6. He then gave Matt Dunn his 3rd wicket with a nick behind to Stephen Davis. It had turned out to be a pretty good first championship match of the summer for both Dunn and Jewell, and a very good one for Ballance, who was now at his highest ever score for Yorkshire. He was able to put on a further 32 runs for the 9th wicket with Stephen Patterson. Ballance now closed in on his 150 by belting Zafar Ansari for a 6 to go with the 24s he'd already struck. Ansari exacted his revenge next ball, however, Ballance pulling a short delivery to Gary Wilson to depart for a brilliant 148, again his runs coming from number 6. Ansari then had Jack Brooks caught behind 3 balls later to finish with figures of 4 for 70, as Yorkshire were at last dismissed for 434, a total they would have been very pleased with. Their opening bowlers would have fancied a few early wickets after lunch too, against a Surrey lineup which has, for the most part this season, struggled with the bat, and Sibley offered an early chance only to be dropped by Adam Lyth off Sidebottom. Those lack of runs is perhaps the main reason why Surrey will be playing their cricket in the second division next term. Indeed, only in their last match in Birmingham did they secure maximum batting points in a match, with failing to score any at all being far more common. Yet against this much vaunted visiting attack, Burns and Sibley played excellently, giving their side a better start than in any previous innings throughout the summer. Burns has promised a lot without delivering enough this year, while Sibley, at 18 years of age, was playing in only his 3rd championship match. He showed just why he's been preferred to the likes of Aaron Haranath and Jason Roy in previous weeks, with this very promising knock, one which his side would no doubt have wished had been produced by others throughout this campaign. Both batsmen batted out the afternoon session, with Burns advancing towards his 50 with a 6 off Rashid. His 6th 50 of the summer duly arrived early on in the evening, as the youngster also went on to pass 900 runs in the championship this summer. No bad effort in a struggling team. Having been starved of the strike, he finally struck his 6th 4 to get to this particular half-century off 121 balls. Sibley is really just starting out his career, and he now closed in on a moment he would have been dreaming of with his 6th 4, as these two managed a 3-figure opening stand for Surrey for the first time this summer. Sibley then edged closer to his maiden first-class 50 before he struck Kane Williamson for a maximum to get there off his 163rd delivery. It was a wonderful way to bring up his mark, and he now needed to get back in the zone by starting all over again. And that he did, as he and Burns continue to frustrate the visiting bowlers, who haven't had too many days like this summer. Surrey have faced criticism in some quarters for not developing their young players enough this season, and those who suggested such things can point at this superb partnership to back up their argument, although it's fair to say that this pitch was not playing like so many at the Oval in recent times. The ball was not turning, bouncing and spitting as it has done here of late. Just ask Ollie Rayner of Middlesex about that. And that would have pleased Sibley, who was by now matching his slightly more experienced partner, shot for shot. Over after over passed by with no real sign of a wicket for Yorkshire, who asked the spinners to do plenty of work, but with little to help them. After 65.5 overs together, these two had taken their partnership to 171. Then right before the end of the day, Burns edged a drive off Patterson behind to go for 82. A look skyward suggests that he knew he'd missed out on 100. But one of those is still on the cards for Sibley, and if he could do it, then there will at last be some big cheer in South London after a miserable season. He'll go again on the third morning on 81, which has been made out of a total of 172 for one, which still leaves Surrey 262 runs behind.